I don't want to stop today. The conditions are perfect. It's 10 degrees, it's sunny, and road conditions, a nice soft layer of snow, hard pack is perfect. Plus even got in a little bit of a climb. Crows and ravens are some of the smartest animals out there. When a raven totem has flown into your life, it signifies the magic is at play. The raven ignites the energy of magic, allowing it to become one with your intentions and will. Great changes can be achieved at this time, and dreams can become reality. So where's the magic in running? Where's the magic in our dreams? A lot of times it's just one word, is patience. It takes a lot of time, especially ultramarathoning and marathoning, to achieve your goals, to achieve your dreams and feel that magic. But if you start falling in love with the work is the magic. And the work is the magic that allows you to be patient through time. If you don't love the process, if you don't love the hard work, if you don't love the things that are challenging to you, you're not going to have the magic, and you're not going to have the patience to eventually realize your goals. In the last few videos, I've gotten several questions about heart rate and how some runners and athletes are having a hard time keeping their heart rate low and in what I'm presuming zone 2, zone 3. And this takes patience. If you're having a hard time, it means you're inefficient and you have to do more. You have to be patient. You have to slow down to bring your heart rate down. When my athletes ask this question, it's just, there's not a lot of black and white things with running and training, but this is one of them. If you're having a hard time with your heart rate elevating, stop, walk, and let it drop. Slow down, okay? Let it drop, it will, okay? But through time, you will get more and more efficient allowing this to happen. And this is where the patience comes in. Let's go back to this weekend with my races. You know, I mentioned several athletes had races this past weekend. Female gal at Moab, red hot 55K, won her race. Okay, we've been together for a long time. she's been very, very patient with executing her heart rate training. The plan going into the race for ultramarathoning is always to be patient. We kept her patient. I gave her a ceiling for her heart rate for the first 20 miles and getting back to the Ravens. Okay, this athlete is very, very smart. She embraces her recovery. She doesn't do more. She asks questions. She understands what's going on. So then from that, taking that from her training, going into her race strategy for this past weekend, the first 20 miles were supposed to be not above X heart rate. She executed that brilliantly. And then at mile 20, she goes. She won the race. New course record. My 100K gal. We threw a lot at her early this season for this 100K. And I told her going into the race, I said, hey, you might not feel very good for a long, long time during this race. But be patient. It will come around. Her race report back to me, I felt like crap for that first 5 hours. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I just kept going. And sure enough, she turned it around. And once she got to mile 40, she was able to pick it up, and she picked off a lot of people. And that was our goal. See how many people you can pick off. And there was a lot of dudes in there. Okay. 5th place in her age group. She was patient until mile 40. Okay. That's the micro type of patience. The macro type of patience, layering on the years, having long-term goals so you know what you're striving for, because that's going to give you the patience. Look at the elite marathoners. Okay? They're not training for marathons until their 30s. Okay? They're patient. They're patient with their development. Look at Jim Walmsley, considered one of the best ultra runners currently. It took him years to figure things out. Okay? Patience is the magic. The sooner you want it to happen without love of the process, the more you're going to run to a dead end. And there's just crappy weather all over the world right now. I had an athlete in the UK who emailed me and said, Eric, man, this weather is just brutal. We've had our first snow in such a long time. It's been years since we've had snow. All the trails are in frozen mush. UK has some of the most horrible weather for running. And his email was full of smiles because he still went out and got what he needed to do with his training. And it inspired him to do that. And it also trains the patience of when you're out in this horrible weather that a lot of people are experiencing. It takes patience to get through it that day. But you gotta love it. You gotta love how it feels when you're finished. And that'll give you patience to get through it. And it'll help you get out the door. See bad weather as your opportunity to train patience. And this athlete's training for a lot of ultras. And I guaranteed him that now that he went out and experienced this weather that he's not used to, he will never ever see harsher conditions in a race. So he's all much better for it. And it gave him so much confidence when he was done. So again, notice how you feel when you're done. Let that motivate you and give you the patience while you're out there in crummy weather. It says, I want to feel good when this is done. This is going to motivate me when I'm done. Focus on how you feel when you're finished. The power of the magic of the cool impossible, all comes back to challenging yourself. None of these tips are really going to matter if you don't, what I believe, put yourself in a situation of challenging yourself and having big goals, long-term big goals of knowing what you want and going after it and putting no time frame on success. Expectations can be a killer for any athlete. So focus on the impossible. What is it that you want to do that you might think is impossible? Because if it's impossible, it just might be worth doing. And it takes away the fear, the stress of expectations that can be ultimately a goal killer. See you out there. Thanks for watching.